Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Tom and this is Tom's Toys 95. Now I'm a part-time eBay reseller, so I do this as a bit of a side hustle alongside my full-time job, trying to earn some extra money. Now any money or profits that I make go straight into my video game collection. As you can see behind me, I'm an avid video game collector. I'm going for a full PAL PS3 set, as well as any other games that I like to pick up along the way. So that leads me on to the next part, which is sometimes in these videos I like to go to CEX or Game or any other shops in my local town centre and pick up some stuff. So you'll definitely be seeing some of that in this episode. I also go to charity shops and car boot sales and things like that when they're on, and anything that I can find that I think can make a profit, then I'll pick it up and sell it. And as a result, I will record it and document my journey with you guys on these videos. So my week starts from Saturday morning through to Friday night, and that's how I record my sales. So Saturday morning essentially is the start of the week, and on Sunday I went to a charity shop, and it's more of like a tip shop. So I've got some charity shop pickups which I'm going to get straight into now, and then we also popped into CEX and I got some games as well for the collection, and one was to sell. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently this week. I usually go straight into the weekend sales, and it's Monday at the moment, but we've only made 3 sales so far. So I hate to ask, but I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers, so any like or comment really helps the channel out. And if you do really enjoy the video, then please consider subscribing, and if you watch the videos more than one occasion, then please give me a subscribe. So first up, let's go straight into the charity shop pickups over the weekend, as well as the CEX games. So I've not been to this charity shop before, but it's basically a fairly local recycling centre to me, and it's essentially just a tip shop, and anyone that goes and takes their rubbish to the tip, if there's anything that is too good to throw away, then you can donate it to the tip shop and they sell it super cheap. Now it is technically an Age UK, so I spent a grand total of £4 on all of the items. My girlfriend bought a few things as well, and there was a couple of things which I gave to her to pay for because they were only 10p each. And they're not really worth selling on eBay, but I might take them to a car boot, and they're definitely worth more than 10p, which is why I got them. But in terms of selling them on eBay, probably not a lot of profit in it at all. So I won't necessarily count those towards my tax or spreadsheet or anything like that. So those will just be bric-a-brac items that I might take to the car boot with me. But they're definitely worth picking up, and I'll show you those now. So I've got the bag in front of me, and we picked up a couple of plushies, some VHS tapes and some books. That was pretty much it. We got a few board games for ourselves as well, but we came away with half a boot full of stuff, and between us we only spent £11.50. So I think what we paid for what we got was a really good deal. There's nothing here that's going to make loads of money, but there's still a few decent things. So up first, my girlfriend spotted this one. I don't quite remember this as a kid, but she definitely said she remembers it on TV. Now she is slightly younger than me, so I should remember this, but this is called Mr. Maker. And this is I am a rectangle. That's all it says on the back. So this is a rectangle plush. Now I did take a look at the tag, and it does look easily from the 90s or early noughties, so I said it's worth checking out. Now there was absolutely zero signal in that charity shop, so we couldn't look up anything really, so we just had to go with our gut instinct, and I saw this, thought it's from the 90s, it's a plush toy, can't really go wrong with it. So we paid about 50p or a pound for the plushies, I think. So the next item is a plush also that my girlfriend found, and I'm going to give her credit for this one. So I don't exactly know how much it's worth. I haven't looked this up either. It could be similar to the other plush where it could only be worth a couple of quid, or it could be worth at least £10–15. I know theme park fans do like to collect the merch, and they obviously go to different theme parks and enjoy the rides. I think if this was a specific ride, it might be worth a little bit more. I think just being Thorpe Park in general might cheapen the item a little bit. But I think comfortably, easily a £5 for that plus postage, and that was a quid as well. Now the rest of the items were all really cheap. The VHS tapes were 50p each, and then there's a couple of CDs which were 10p. So the first one is actually like a DVD game, and it came free with a newspaper, but I think I remember playing this, and it's Bugs Life on the PC. And for 10p I thought I might give this a bash at some point. And I'm also a really big Linkin Park fan, so I have a load of CDs in the loft, but I do have their latest record, which I picked up as an Amazon exclusive, so if you like Linkin Park, definitely go check out their new album. This is a guitar magazine that had loads of these different ones, someone must have bought the set of magazines, got all the CDs, and just donated them all, and one of them had Linkin Park on the CD cover, so I'm going to add that to my Linkin Park CD collection. That was also 10p. I'm also a Wayne Rooney fan, so I collect Wayne Rooney shirts, and he's just my favourite footballer, so met him a couple of times as well, and there was a Wayne Rooney DVD, or a Man United FA Cup goals DVD, but Rooney was on the cover, and he's also on the disc, so for 10p I'll shove that in my collection. So then, the stuff to resell. I've got some VHS tapes to go through now. All of these are for sale, and they were 50p each, so I picked out the best ones. I had a load of Disney ones, but I've bought a load of those in the past, and I've been left with them for ages, and they took ages to clear out, and they're really heavy and big to post. so I didn't want to gamble on those ones. So I picked up a few ones that I think that I can sell and hopefully get some profit on. Now the first one is a bit of a gamble because there was no signal there and I couldn't look it up, and it is Raymond Fregat live in concert. Now this doesn't have a barcode or anything. I think it's like a self-recorded one. Like I think the singer must have recorded it and maybe sold it as merch. It's not like a bootleg video. So the video does say that it's for private home use only. So I'm not sure what that means, and the VHS itself doesn't have any sticker or anything on it, which is a bit weird. So I don't have anywhere to test this, so I don't actually know if this is going to be the actual genuine video. So a bit of a shame on that one, but I just thought for 50p, take a bit of a gamble on it. Now this is a live in concert video, so it's from 1989, so I doubt this is going to be on YouTube or anything, so the only way you're ever going to be able to watch this concert is on VHS, so that's why these can be quite valuable. Two that are definitely sell, unfortunately they didn't have any more, they didn't have the other set. I think there's 4 or 5 on video, but I got the first 2 Harry Potter videos. These are 50p each. I sold the 3 before for £10 plus postage about 4 years ago. They may have gone up or down since then, so let's go with the fact that a tenner for 3, and I should be able to get 5 or 6 for these 2. Not all of these are valuable, but some of them can be, and there are some football videos. So back in the 80s and 90s they used to release loads of VHS tapes specific to football teams, so I found 3 Manchester United ones. So we've got Man United on a rampage, 300 Man United Premiership goals, which is pretty cool. And then we've got the treble, every game, every goal, United season review from 98-99. So that one might be worth a little bit of money. Now, I am a Man United fan, but I have no room for VHS tapes. I don't have a VHS player. I do remember them, and I did have one at one point, but I don't need it. And we've got DVDs and Blu-rays now, so there's no use for it for me. I've got a fairly old HD TV, which has the old SCART lead that I can plug all my old consoles into, so I don't really need a big box TV. So I'm not going to keep these. These will be for sale. I'd imagine these I could probably get at least £10 to £12 for the bundle of 3. And the next one is a Wolves video. Now this one is still a popular team, of course, but they're not as popular as Man United or Liverpool, etc. However, it's quite a niche thing to have a Wolves video from 1994, so hopefully somebody will be able to pick this up, maybe £5 to £6. Now the other 2 videos that I picked up, then we've got the Full Monty and Jurassic Park 3. Now these videos aren't particularly valuable if they were just normal videos, however these are ex-rental, so these are Blockbuster, and somebody has pinched these and never returned it, and now it is a relic, and these actually go for a lot more money because they are more collectible. They have the nostalgia of Blockbuster. They're in bigger boxes, so people have their own collections for these. So I might be able to get anywhere between £5, £10, maybe £15 a piece for these. Now if they were horror ones, you're talking quite a lot of money. Jurassic Park's obviously really popular, so that might be worth a bit. The Full Monty maybe not so much, but anything that's sort of ex-rental is usually worth a little bit of money. The 10p books that I picked up, which probably won't get much on eBay, but I thought either for myself or my partner we might just keep them or then just sell them at a car boot. But the first one is this Deluxe Essential Handbook, which is a Pokemon one, and it's got all the Pokemon characters in there and tells you a bit about them, so I thought that was pretty cool. That originally retailed at £9. We've got Where's Mickey, and this doesn't appear to be drawn in either, so that's pretty cool. So it's basically just a Where's Wally clone, except you've got to try and find Mickey Mouse. That was £7 at RRP. And then I might keep this for myself. This is Games Review 2024, and it's got in there everything about video games. It's got some history of games, it's got some older games, but it basically goes through and reviews all of the 2023 or maybe even the 2024 games. And just something for myself was this little like bum bag type thing, which I thought would be cool for the car boots, so when I start selling next year I can put all my coins and money in there. It stretches as well, and if I go to any gigs I can put my phone or wallet in there as well, so I just thought that was pretty cool. Right then, so those were all the charity shop pickups. Now it's time to go over what I picked up from CEX. So there are 5 games, there are 2 steelbooks in there as well, and we've got 4 different consoles to go through. Picked up Red Dead Redemption 2 Steelbook. Now I have this in my collection, so this will be going on eBay, and I'm going to sell the discs separate, probably get about £12 to £15 for the discs, and then the Steelbook I could probably get about £12 to £15 for as well. If I sell it as is, Steelbook and the game, I could probably get about £17, £18 plus postage, so if I split it up I usually get a little bit more money, so I could probably get about 20 to 25 after fees if I split it. If I sell it all in one go I'll probably only get my £15 back. The next one, I have a sealed copy in my collection, but I'm not sure if I'm ever going to sell my sealed copies because obviously they rise in price because they're sealed, and I like to have the open copy so I can play them. And this is a game that I may potentially play down the line, and this is Batman the Telltale series on the PS3, so this will be going into my collection. That was only £3. I paid £4.99 for my sealed copy from eBay. The next game is another one for the PS3 collection, and it's called Winter Stars. I've not seen this one before. It's not worth too much. It's only worth a £5. It's probably not worth a £5 at all. It's probably only because it's slightly rare that it's worth £5. I'm sure it's a pretty poor game, but that's complete with the manual as well, so good condition on that one. And then we've got a PS5 game which I may keep for myself. I borrowed it off a friend, started playing it, enjoyed it, but just never really got around to playing it, and I think he wanted it back to play some DLC, and that is Resident Evil 4. Now, I've never actually completed Resident Evil 4. I think Village was the only Resident Evil game that I've completed, and I've played a bit of 5 and 7. I'm not a big Resident Evil fan, but I might play this one at some point. Me and my girlfriend like to play the horror games together, and also I'm a big steelbook collector, so this is nice to add to the collection. I've been after this since it got announced, and it was on sale. Well, I say on sale, it was £28 at CEX, which is probably as cheap as it's going to go. It'll probably go down to around 15 to 20 quid, but the chances of finding a steelbook are quite slim, so I figured that while it's attainable, I'll pick it up before it gets really rare. I know the Resident Evil 2 steelbook is quite hard to find, and that is one that I've sold twice now for £45, so I don't want the same thing happening with this one. So the last game that I want to go through, which is the one I'm most excited to actually play and get stuck into, because I used to play this on the Nintendo DS, and it was only released on the DS and the PSP. Now this is the PSP version, so graphically it's better and the gameplay might be better, but the actual physics and mechanics on the Nintendo DS were so good at the time, and I really enjoyed it, and that was Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. So I'm really happy to find the PSP version and play this one, but I will at some point pick up the DS one as well, because that was the one I remember playing most. Unfortunately, the disc is a bit loose because there's like a crack in the case there, but I can just swap the case over. But it does come with the manual, and it also has the map. So never buy a GTA game without a map. They always come with maps, so always make sure you check if the map's in there. If there's no map, then wait and find a better copy, because you can always get the map and manual as well. Don't know if there's any more paperwork that should be in there, but as long as it's got the map and the manual, I'm happy. So that to me is nice and complete. And it was £22. I did look on eBay, and the cheapest one was £26, so it's £4 less, so I thought why not, and I'll add that to my collection. But I am also looking forward to giving that a play. So then, that's everything that I picked up from the charity shop and game, and tomorrow I will go through my eBay sales. Morning guys, it's now Tuesday, it's nearly lunchtime, and I am currently in a food coma because I've just done a food eating challenge. I don't know if the footage will be before or after this, but I feel absolutely awful. 6 pieces of toast, 6 sausage, 6 bacon, 6 big mushrooms, 6 hash browns, 6 pieces of black pudding, beans, two cups of beans, 6 eggs, and the toast was like doorstop. So it was absolutely horrendous. There was like 7 or 8 items, and there's like 6 of each. And yeah, it definitely wasn't doable in 20 minutes, that's for sure. But I gave it a good effort. I think I got like 866 grams left, but I just feel absolutely awful. So I'm gonna rush through these. Excuse me. Anyway, time to go through the sales then. So no particular order. I can't remember what order they sold in, but the first one is these Bumblebee notepads. Now there's a set of 3. These are from Tesco in the clearance for £2, sold for £7.17. Nothing really much more to that. I think I bought 3 packs of them for £2 each, so that's the second pack to sell, so there should be 1 left. Watch strap, these cost me £1 from the watch bundle, and that has gone for £11.45. Nice little leather watch strap there. And then the next one, I had like 3 of these, and they were missing some pieces, the other 2, so I kind of put them all together, made one good one, listed that good one, and the other 2 I've put, I think, in like a car boot box ready for next year, just to try and clear out. I only paid like £1 each for them, but this one's gone for £7.70 as well, or £7 something, it'll be on screen. But it's basically a magic trick card box. So in the box there's a load of playing cards. There's a little compartment in there you can put like a penny or something in, and you press a button, and I think there's like a magnet it sticks to. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little thing. It's vintage from I think 2000 or 2001, so Harry Potter fan will like that. I'm surprised it hasn't sold earlier. I've had this listed for absolutely ages. And the last thing, I paid £20 for these from, or it might be £16 actually, from TK Maxx, and they were from a partner, and they were slightly the wrong size. They are Spider, which is like a US brand. They are a pair of leggings. So I swapped them and got the other pair, but I couldn't find the receipt or something, so I had to keep them. So I decided to sell them on eBay. And I've actually made a profit and sold them for £27, so I'm really happy with that. So probably like £10-11 profit on that. So I'm just editing the video and I noticed I accidentally forgot to tell you about 2 more sales. So one of them is a pink Puma hat I paid £1 for from a car boot, and that has gone for £7.50, I think. I'll put the price on screen. And the other one was a pack of Pokemon Post-it notes from Scarlet and Violet, I believe it was, and they were just a pre-order bonus. Those sold for £4.99 and those were essentially free. So whilst I didn't make a lot of profit on those, I didn't pay anything either. So then let's go over the last couple of sales of the weekend. So it was going to be a really, really poor week. Now, I know the results is afterwards and I'll get into that in a moment, but it was going to be a really, really poor week. I think I made something like 6 sales on Friday and I only made about £30 profit. And then these items pulled it out of the bag late on Friday. So we got an influx of sales and we got some pretty good ones as well. So the first one was the Furbies, I believe. So I sold 2 lots of Furbies. These cost me £5 each from a bundle in, I think, May time. And we've got this yellow one and the gorilla one, I think it's called. Now, one went for £30 and one went for £25, £55 for the pair. Minus my fees, got about £46, £47. So really happy with that. Some good profit on that. Those only cost me a tenner. Then from the watch bundle, I only paid £1 for, on average, was this Christian Lacroix watch. Now this is CL11 and I think I had 12 of these different styles, so I've marked them up on my SKU system. And this one is a really nice, colourful bracelet, bangle, gold watch. So that one has gone for £69.99, so really happy with that. So after fees, I think I got £57, so minus the tenner I paid, £47 profit. And then the last one, I think someone sent me an offer for this. It was up for £12.50. It's untested. I haven't got the parts or the time or the knowledge to know how it works. I did get a battery and I think it responded, but that's about it. So I couldn't get it to work. I don't have a film or anything. So this is a Canon EOS IX. So pretty nice camera. Pretty vintage as well. I'm not sure what the year on this would be. I'd imagine early noughties, maybe like 2005 era. It doesn't have a lens on it. And someone sent me an offer for £9. I think, well, they sent me an offer for £7. I counted it with 10 and they came back with 9, so I just took it. They owe me about £4 to £5 each in a bundle. And that, I think, is all of the sales for the week. So I'll go through the results now and we'll see how we did. Right then, it's time to go into the results, but there is one thing that I missed off. Now, the reason I missed it off is because these are at work, so I bought these from Sainsbury's, I think, Wednesday or Thursday, and I left them in the office by accident, and they've sold. So I bought 3 Pringles tubes from Sainsbury's, and they've got Super Mario characters on them. Now, there's 7 different designs, and I could only find 3 in my local one, so I'm going to keep going back and see if I can find the full set. But I bought 3 sets of 3, so 9 tubes. They were £1.85 each on Nectarcard, so I think I paid like £5.55 or something, or £5.65 for the bundle, and that has gone for £16.25 plus postage. So it's gone to someone in the UK, and sold overnight. So happy with that. So after fees, I'll get about £8 or £9 profit, which for a tube of Pringles, you can't really argue with that. So I will take that all day long. Now, they might become like collector's items in the future, but they're not really going to go up much more than that. So while there's a bit of hype for them, I thought I'd go in and grab some and see what I can do on eBay. So some of them, the rarer ones, like there's like a mystery tube. That one I sold on eBay, and there's quite a lot of listings on there. But the set of the standard characters, there doesn't seem to be many. So I decided to list some of those, and those have sold quite well. So I've still got 2 more sets left, but that's pretty much paid for the whole bundle. So I think I paid... It was probably about £5.55, so yeah, probably about £16.50 for the set of 9 tubes, and I've sold 3 of the tubes for £16, so pretty much money back already. So the other 6 tubes will be profit when they sell. But anyway, let's get into the sales. So 12 items sold this week, which isn't too bad. So as I said, until Friday night, I'd only had 6 sales all week. And then suddenly I had an influx of 6 sales overnight, so, or like within a few hours, sorry. So that really saved the week for me, and there were some pretty decent sales as well. So as a result then, the gross sales this week was £252.78. The eBay fees was £45.43. The postage was £27.78. Cost to buy was £52.05. And the net profit then overall is above my £100 target, and that is £127.52. So very happy with that considering how the week started, and really happy with how it ended. So not bad at all. Not going to dwell on it. It's the end of January. Hopefully people will start getting paid again soon and the money starts rolling in again. But I was always going to expect low sales this week because of the circumstances of it being Christmas and New Year and the repercussions of everyone not being paid for like 4 or 5 weeks. So hopefully they have a bit of a splurge this weekend and we see some more sales next week. But I will take what I've sold this week and I'll be happy with that. So I'm going to go now, but thank you very much for watching the video. Please continue to like the videos, comment down below anything you like or enjoy, or if there are any improvements or you got any questions, drop them in the comments. And I'm so close to 1,000 subs. So if you're watching and you're a regular watcher and you're not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.